Hey everyone! Today I am excited. I am going to show you guys, I'm actually on vacation right now. I'm on my little mini getaway, and as I'm unfortunately getting ready to pack and getting ready to head back to LA, I wanted to show you guys what I took on my trip as far as my beauty products. So I wanted to take the least possible, but at the same time I wanted to make sure I had everything that I wanted in case I decided to change my makeup look. Especially because when work, I don't really get too creative at work. Like I don't wear as many colors as I used to in a previous job. So I wanted to be prepared for that. So if you guys would like to see what I brought along to my trip, just keep on watching. We're gonna start off with the basics, just what I used on my face, just cleaning my face and all that stuff. So starting off, so a lot of the small stuff that are liquids, I like to buy the trial size versions, the travel versions, and this trip was no different. And so when I got here, so we came to Chicago, and when we got to Chicago with my husband, we decided that we'd rather not bring any of our toiletries, and we purchased them here. So what I purchased to wash my face was this Clean and Clear Morning Burst, and I really like this one. It's just 1 ounce, and I just love it. I feel so clean and refreshed, especially because it has those little beads. Like I feel my face really refreshed. And traveling, it can kind of give, well, it gave me kind of dry, patchy skin. So this works to kind of exfoliate my skin. So that's for cleaning. And then for my facial lotion, I've been using this Sensative All Day Moisturizer with sunscreen. It has SPF 15. And this is a Target version. It's the Up and Up version. I used to use the oil of Olay years ago, and recently I went to Target and I saw this version. I was like, let me just try it out, and I actually have been really liking this one. Then after my face is washed and moisturized, I go in with this spray, and this is it's a beauty elixir. It's a smoothing glowing complexion, and it's from Caudalie. I might be pronouncing that wrong, but I love this because it's just a 1 ounce spray, so it's perfect for traveling. I love my MAC Fix Plus, and you guys know that I use that all the time, but in this particular occasion, I did not want to carry around a big one, and I didn't have the small one, so I just threw this into my bag. So I used this first. After that, I put in I put on my primer, and this is my go-to primer lately. It's the Pores No More by Dr. Brandt, and I really like how it smooths out my skin. And then for a foundation, I actually didn't want to feel really heavy. I didn't want to have a lot of makeup on for my trip, or I don't want to feel like I had a lot of makeup on. So I am using Your Skin But Better CC Plus, and I use the color medium. I love this stuff. So if you have oily skin, which I have combo oily skin, what I do is I always do set this one with powder, but if you have dry skin, this is beautiful. It leaves your skin so nice and moisturized, and just it looks very youthful, and you don't necessarily have to set it with powder. But if you feel like makeup kind of tends to slide on your face a little bit, definitely set it with powder. But I truly love this one, and I ordered this one off of Sephora, like just like the points, like I purchased it with my points, just because it's a small version that I can just throw in my bag and for my trip, so it's perfect. So since I do have combination skin, I do set my face. And I set my face with NYC Smooth Skin Loose Face Powder. So if you guys follow me, you guys know that this has been my go-to. I love Laura Mercier's translucent setting powder, but this one's so much more cheaper. It's more affordable, and it works really well. It's not as mattifying as the Laura Mercier, but I think this one does a really good job. Like if you really are oily, you can touch up halfway through the day and it'll just work beautifully. So I do set with that, and then just so I don't look cakey, I do go back in with this elixir and I spray just to set everything. But before that, of course, I'm gonna have to put my bronzer and my blush. And I recently purchased Tarte's, one of their holiday palettes. So Tarte had a different palette with Sephora took one out, and then with Ulta they took one out, and I purchased the one at Ulta. I truly love that palette. That palette's gorgeous. These Tarte eyeshadows blend beautifully, but what I truly loved about that palette is this little compact. So it's an open case, and then it has a slide out, and in the slide out drawer this little compact comes in it, and this is awesome. So this little palette, first I love it because it looks like a painter's palette, and it has, I think it's called Painterly. Actually, the palette might be called Painterly, but don't quote me on that. But anyway, so this one, it has a blush, contour, and highlight, which I totally love. The colors work beautifully on my skin tone, so it worked out perfectly. So I didn't have to worry about bringing what blush was I going to bring, what contour was I going to bring, what highlight was I going to bring. I just was able to grab this and go. So this is the only blush, bronzer, and highlight that I've been using. Eyeshadows, I was only going to bring one palette, which was this Tarte palette. It's a Tarte kind of day. So this is the Tartelette palette. I'm sure you guys know this palette very well. This is a matte palette, and I really like it because you can have like a very soft day, you know, no effort look, and then you can also make it into a glam, you know, nighttime dark smoky eye look. So that's why I really like this palette. And so originally I was just gonna bring this palette, but then for VIB Rouge I did purchase a palette that I've been wanting, so I had to bring it just because I had just received it. And so it is the Modern Renaissance palette, and I am actually very happy that I brought it with me because I've been using it more than I thought I was going to use it. So the Tartelette, I kind of set it down, and I've been using a lot of the warmer colors from this palette. Yesterday I did have a pink eye makeup look, which I was so in love with, and I did use the pinks in this palette as well as a combination with the Tarte one. So these are the two eyeshadow palettes that I brought, but like really I could have done with this one. And the good thing is, if you don't want to bring too many palettes, you can bring, if you have like a matte palette that has all the colors that you're gonna need, this in combination with this would have worked just fine, because if you wanted a highlight in your eye, you could have always used a highlight from this palette. So you could have been fine with this, but then this came in the mail, so of course I brought that along with me as well. For eyebrows, I love the Anastasia dip brow, and you guys know that that's my jam. I go to that all the time. That's what I usually use. But on this trip, I wanted to simplify things, make it a lot easier. And what does that? The pencil. So I just use the Brow Wiz. I purchased it again at my 20%, which I don't use these a lot because I feel like these, I go through these a lot quicker than Dip Brow. But I did purchase it just because I did have the discount. So like once or twice a year I will buy the Dip Brow. And this year it was no exception. So this is just easier for me to draw them on a lot quicker. So I did bring this with me, and it's a lot less messier than having to worry about the eyebrow brush as well. So I use that for my brows. For mascara, I brought this Superhero by IT Cosmetics mascara. I love travel mascaras, travel size mascaras. I actually prefer those over regular size mascaras just because I'm really fond of shorter brushes. Like shorter brushes, I feel I have more control over when I'm putting mascara on. So whenever I can get a smaller version of mascara, I will totally do that. So this mascara is really good, but honestly I could have done with any small size mascara on this trip, but this one is awesome. For my eyeliner, I did bring my Ilamasqua liner. Felt tip liner is the way to go, especially if you find it a lot harder to do a wing liner. I think a felt tip eyeliner is really beneficial. I don't always use black eyeliner as in like the pencil form, but because I didn't know if I wanted to do like a really smoky eye and you know, put some black liner on my waterline, which I did end up doing yesterday. That's why I brought this one, and it did work out. This one is from Ardency Inn, and it's just a black liner. Concealer, I've been using Maybelline Super Stay Better Skin Concealer. Love this one. This one blends beautifully, and it works really well with the CC cream from IT Cosmetics. So totally love this one. And if you guys are wondering, I use the light medium. I went up a shade because I used to use a really light one to really brighten my eyes, but I kind of stepped away from having like really bright under eyes, and so I moved up one. So I brought a pair of scissors and a pair of tweezers, just so if I needed them to like cut my lashes, my falsies, not my real ones, to cut my falsies. These tweezers are always helpful when you just want to apply your lashes. So those are the tools. Eyelash curler. I never leave the house with an eyelash curler. Some people are scared to use eyelash curlers, but honestly it's not that scary, and I love curling my lashes. A good pencil sharpener always is a really good thing to have with you, and my favorite one is from Urban Decay. I lost the top, which really sucks because it makes it a little messier for me, but Urban Decay, their sharpener is so good. It doesn't mess up even when I have like really soft creamy lip liners. It just sharpens them beautifully. Lashes. I was talking about lashes. I really like having wispy lashes when I'm going on a trip, just because it just makes it look a little bit more natural, more relaxed. And so the ones that I brought with me are the Ritzy lashes, and they're in the color Natural Black, and they're from the brand Kiss. I also brought a pair of House of Lashes Iconic Lashes, which are the lashes that I am wearing today. So it's up to you if you want to use like glam lashes or more toned down. Yesterday I had more like softer lashes or Ritzy's, but today I wanted a more dramatic look, so I put the Iconics on. Favorite eyelash glue is from House of Lashes. I love this glue. It works so well, and my tip for applying lashes is just make sure they get as dry as possible. Like, wait as long as you can before you apply your lashes. So put on the glue, let it dry a good while before you apply them. It's going to be so much easier. You won't have to worry about having a hard time doing your lashes. Perfumes. I love wearing perfumes. I didn't want to bring a big bottle with me, so I actually have these two small samples that I've gotten from, I think from when I purchased from Sephora. This one's the YSL Mont Party. It smells so good. And then I also bought this one, the Viva La Juicy Rose. It smells delicious as well, and I love small versions, so like that you can just, you know, spray them and go, and you don't have to worry about like big bottles breaking or anything like that. I brought my beauty blender. I use this to put on my CC cream, and I also use it to kind of bake a little bit my under eye and put my powder on. I've been using this instead of an actual brush to apply my loose powder lately, and I feel it has done such a better job. Like, it just looks so much more smoother versus applying with a brush. Another skin product that I forgot to mention is this Acne Free Terminator. It's an acne spot treatment. I purchased this at TJ Maxx a while ago, and I just carry this just in case if I have some breakouts that I want to control. I will use this. We're getting down to the last few products, you guys. For hair, I bought this moisturizing sea salt spray, and I brought this thermal styling spray just because I love smaller versions. Once again, it's a lot easier to carry when you travel, and the plastic, it's a lot better so that I'm not worried about it while I'm flying. Brushes, basic brushes. What are the brushes that I bring? What will I need? What will I use? I have this brush from Real Techniques, and it is the blush brush, and I've actually been using this to put bronzer on my face. I really like how it's been applying my bronzer because it kind of does it more like a lighter, and I'm able to blend it out as I'm putting it versus like a harsh bronzer application with a more dense brush. This one, it's a little bit more on the fluffy side, so I can, as I am applying my bronzer, I'm also buffing it in, blending it in. So this is a go for me. Whenever I bake my under eyes, I've been using this afterwards. It works perfectly to just brush everything away, and this is the BH Cosmetics 113. I love this. I used to use this as a blush brush, but I felt it was giving me such a harsh look, and now I just prefer it just to buff out my loose powder. I have two of these e.l.f. complexion brushes. One of them, I've been using it lately as my blush applicator because, once again, the same reason that I'm using the blush brush for the bronzer. I'm using this one for the blush, so I'm able to apply the brush or the blush with this, and at the same time I'm blending it out, so it makes it just seamless. It's a lot easier. And then I have the second complexion brush because I have this in my bag, so whenever I'm out and about, if I need to touch up, I just touch up with my MAC Studio Fix Plus. So I like this because it's a compact, it's not loose, so in case if I do need to touch up somewhere, I just, you know, touch up with my compact and this brush. For highlight, this has been my go-to brush lately. It's a Luxie 522. It's a tapered highlighter brush, and it works perfectly to apply highlight. I love it so much. Now for my brush, my smaller brushes, I use this one. I actually have no idea what brand this is. I bought this at TJ Maxx a while ago as well, and I use this small concealer end to apply concealer just to carve out my eyebrows. Today, I'm not sure I carved out my eyebrows today, but if I really need to carve out my eyebrows, I use this. And the smudger end I use to apply eyeshadow on my lower lash line. I have this double-sided Tarte brush. I'm not sure what it's called, but one side is flat, and I use that to pack on my color, my setting color, whatever color I'm going to put after I put concealer, just to set my concealer. And then this fluffy brush, I use it just to blend out my colors. For more of a color application, I'm using this Sigma Diffused Crease Brush as my crease brush. I love it so much. And if I do want a more concentrated, more detailed crease brush, I have been using this Luxie 231. It's a small tapered blending brush. It works beautifully to just darken, you know, make it a little more precise on your crease line, or to blend underneath your lash line. Love these. That is it for my brushes. And then last but not least, my lips. What am I bringing for my lips? So first, I guess before I talk about the lips, carry on this Tweezerman mirror. I'm not going to flip it around because it's a mirror, and you know, you guys know what a mirror looks like. So I carry this around in my bag just for touch-ups for lips. First, I do carry around Best Damn Lip Mask by Nicole Guerriero. I have no idea what I did with it, so I lost it right now. So it's somewhere in this room. I will find it before I leave. But so I usually carry that around, and what I do is, as I'm getting ready, I do apply the lip mask on, especially right now that I'm wearing liquid lipsticks, just to moisturize my lips before I apply the liquid lipsticks, because liquid lipsticks can be very drying. I usually carry that with me, and then first I bring 3 lip liners. So my lip liners are the ones that I brought with me this time. It's LA Girl lip liner in mauve, Essence lip liner in red blush, and then ColourPop's lip liner in BFF number 2. So the reason I have these 3 colors is because I can use them in combination with all my other liquid lipsticks that I bring. So I look at my liquid lipsticks, and I was thinking, like, what are my essential colors? What colors do I really want to bring? I really wanted to bring a red. That's why I had the red lip liner. So my red lip color that I'm actually using today, it is the Stila Stay All Day liquid lipstick in the color Beson number 10. So I really wanted a red. I also wanted more like a mauve or a brownish color, so I brought Arrow from Kat Von D. For pinks, I brought 2. I brought a more bright, vibrant pink, and I also brought a more muted, more mauve pink. So for the more muted mauve pink, I did bring Jeffree Star, and it is the color Doll Parts. Love this pink. And for my brighter pink, I did bring Backstage Bambi by Kat Von D. And last but not least, because I am wearing liquid lipsticks, if I am out and about and I want to touch up my lips, liquid lipsticks are kind of hard to touch up sometimes just because they kind of stick on your lips. And to help me remove that, I do use this Baby Lips by Maybelline. I love this one, and this one is a more mauve color. I'm not sure what it's called. It's called Peach Kisses. And I love this because I apply this on, I let it sink in for like couple seconds, and then I wipe it off with a Kleenex, and it just helps remove liquid lipsticks. So if you guys ever have a hard time removing liquid lipsticks, definitely use these baby lips. They work wonders. So anyways, that was it for what I brought along on my trip with me. If you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you guys have not subscribed and you would like to subscribe, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a wonderful day. Bye, you guys.